Okay, I think we're live right now, guys. Hey, everybody. Welcome,
Hey,
welcome
hello.
to our next show. We've got, hey, guys. So today we got a double whammy, I guess, or a bonus thing.
We got a guest
Christa
star.
Kiefer is here with Brianna, and they're with the Alpha Marketer group, and we're going to be talking today. Again, my name, sometimes I run into these things and I forget to introduce myself. I'm Andrew, and we're in here for entrepreneurs. And today we're going to be talking about, what are we going to talk about today? We're going to talk about how we can use Facebook ads and spots to just sell, right? And we've got two rock stars here today that have an ad agency, a full service agency that they do SEO, you guys do web, you guys do advertising, you do all social media things. And what was really interesting about Krista's firm when she started this thing was, she knew that she wasn't the best at everything, but what it is, it's almost like I guess like a startup inside of her company where she brought in the best SEO and the best,
Yep.
AdWords and the best Facebook people and it kind of worked all together to build this like amazing agency. So I'm really, really excited to have them on, both of these guys on that. And, I'll let you guys fill in a little bit more about your story and what you guys are all about over there at Alpha Marketers. And then we can go into what we're going to talk about.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Andrew. Thanks for the awesome introduction. So, yeah, I guess a bit about myself. I haven't always been in the digital marketing space, but I did go to college for communications and theater, so it kind of filled in its pieces. I've always kind of been building businesses throughout my life. Started managing some small businesses, and I started a dispensary in Los Angeles in West Hollywood, and that was pretty awesome. And I really learned how much marketing costs, and like there's so many moving pieces to the whole puzzle. And I went through a divorce. Life didn't happen the way I intended, and kind of walked away from the dispensary. And I came back home to Illinois last year, and I got into affiliate marketing. And I just, in like 4 months, I started making 10 grand a month and started rocking with that. And it was awesome. But I didn't know at the time that there's these rules going on with Facebook that they don't want you to sell things through your personal page or profile. That if you friend too many people and you're selling things through this personal profile, they don't like that, and they actually shut my account down. So I had 3,000 friends. I was making 10 grand a month. I was doing this awesome stuff, and then one day my account just got halted. I was actually down in Texas meeting Facebook friends as I was traveling around the country, and my Facebook got halted. So very quickly I was like, uh-oh. I had learned and heard about Facebook advertising and realized it was time to jump on the bandwagon. So Brianna and I actually met. We are in a group where we learned how to do Facebook ads, and it was all learning funnels, like click funnels, running an ad to a funnel, setting up email marketing, and started doing this for small businesses. And very quickly I realized this isn't that sustainable long term for one person. And I was starting to bring on some clients, and brand new to I was doing affiliate marketing, was doing this more for myself than for other businesses. And so at first I didn't really know how to charge people, and did a $500 deal and realized that business owner didn't really have a sales system in place. So I could get them leads, but if they weren't answering the phone and they weren't following up, it wasn't really working. So I teamed up with Brianna, and yes, I've got Google Premier partners now that do AdWords. I've got Facebook ad rockstar multimillionaire doing Facebook ads with me, a whole crew of people, because I realized for one person, if I have to answer the phone, I have to prospect, I have to run my own ads, I have to then make the ads, I have to then figure out how to do web design, figure out how to do SEO. It just wasn't sustainable. So I kind of flipped the script a little bit and switch brands, switch concepts. And I was like, well, I'm not going to do this. I don't want to do this for a living and be stuck in the basement working 24/7. I want to travel the world. I want to help awesome business owners and take on, 10, 20, 50, 100 businesses compared to two, because that's all one man can handle. So that's when I reached out to Brianna, reached out to other marketers, and this is kind of where the concept of the messenger bots came. Like I said, I learned ClickFunnels, learned how to do landing pages to websites, or to email marketing, and for small business owners, many of them, they're a one-man show, or maybe a two-man show, one person and a secretary or a front desk person or an admin, and trying to get them to make the phone calls and follow up whenever they have to run their business. A dentist has to run his business. He can't sit there and answer the phone and answer the emails. And we were noticing that email marketing works, and the concept of it's great, but it's kind of becoming outdated. And so I started to look for, like I said, I ran a dispensary in California. I'm always about the new, innovative, different kind of things. And whenever I heard about messenger bots, it just really sparked my interest, because it was something new and different, and something that it's been around for a couple years, but we're just kind of catching on to it, I think, now. And the concept that, how many emails do you get a day? I have probably 10 email accounts that they're all jam-packed with thousands of emails, because I sign up for everything and want to, hack different funnels and figure things out. And I don't check all those emails, and we're getting bombarded with all these emails all the time that the open rate, like, what is it, 20, 30% open rate? So whenever I found out about messenger marketing, and more than just, physically going and respond to people, because that's when I first started my affiliate program, I was just message friends, reaching out to people, had messenger conversations going on, and having to organically go to the proposal. When I found out that I could automate that system, and people were opening those messages 90% open instead of % open rate, and realized for small business owners that this could be a huge gift for them, because their customers and clients are now potential customers and clients are now opening more messages, seeing their emotions, seeing their deals, seeing there's this, and then it's something too that can nurture people. Sending to cold off an ad that they can be in the messenger bot a little bit, get some nurture before getting that sell, and it turned into a game changer for us.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, go ahead, Andrew.
Yeah, so that leads into stuff. So with your clients, do you find, in terms of Facebook ads, so like when you're doing your Facebook ads to drive traffic, you're driving them into a messenger bot because that conversation is there. And what are you seeing in today's world of like the use cases of the chatbot to sell from the clients that you're working with?
Sorry, Andrew, you kind of cut out. It like rushed all your words together. So you're saying what are we seeing when
am I breaking up?
What was that?
I said, was I breaking up? I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just like it'll be clear and then it like rushes all together. So you're saying something about what are we seeing when it goes from ads to the messenger bots? Like what's going on with the business owner?
Yeah. So in terms of your building your go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think we're getting delayed on both ends. But yeah, I mean, so
yeah, what I'm saying is that in terms of the long delay, I'll let you talk first, and then I'll go.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, it's getting a little choppy. No worries. So I think I know. Yeah, so I basically when you're going from an ad, because you always have to remember as a business owner, unless you're some Nike brand, I mean, not a lot of people may know about you. You may have some really loyal customers, but you're always going to have a cold audience, especially if you're brand new to your online marketing. A lot of the business owners that we work with end up not having a lot of likes on their Facebook page. They don't have a lot of followers on Instagram, so they kind of really are starting fresh. So Facebook ads are a great way to get out there, but you always have to kind of know in the back of your head that they're a cold audience. They don't know you yet. They don't trust you yet. Not that you're not a trustworthy business owner and don't have, great products or services, but you have to earn their trust, plain and simple. And just giving them valuable content to show that you're the expert, whether you're a plumber, whether you are a dentist, whether you are a lawyer, when you give out valuable content that people can use, that's the deal breaker for it. That's the kicker. That's the one that's going to set you in motion. And taking somebody from a Facebook ad into a messenger bot is starting to nurture that process. It's all about the engagement. And what the messenger bot is doing, which is what's really kind of geeking me out, if I can say it like that, is that it's taking the engagement level just to a whole new level. Email marketing, like Christa was saying, is great. It's just a different way of communicating, but it's not as personable. You can add the videos in there and whatnot, but when you start having those text conversations back and forth with somebody within a messenger, it's changing the game. That's why the open rates are so high. It's going right into your personal settings where you're not used to the email anymore. You want to check that notification. It's almost like the addictiveness of it. And when you get somebody to say, "Are you ready for this PDF?" and they click yes, you're starting the engagement and you're getting those touch points in place that you need. Because we all know as business owners, you need 6 to 7 points of contact minimum for somebody to start even considering pulling out a credit card and paying you for your products or services. So when you get them to engage right away, to opt in right away, to sign up for your 7-day mental boot camp, they're starting to engage. So that's really what we're seeing. It's not just the ad or the messenger, it's what it's doing for the business owners without them having to lift a finger. They do all the heavy lifting in the beginning to get the messengers set up, and then boom, it's off to the races because it's a 24/7 assistant doing what you would do anyways.
Sure. And then in terms of like when you're setting these bots up and the I guess the UX or the copy for this stuff, I mean, it's not email, right? So how do you come up with that kind of relevant copy?
Yeah, no, that's a really good question, and that's what differentiates it from email marketing. If you can kind of visualize for a second, like you think about opening an email, it's just this long drawn out copy. And, you can make it exciting with bolded words and videos and GIFs or pictures. But think about it as like a trusted expert friend right in your pocket in a text messaging kind of way. So if you have a full paragraph in an email, you're going to have to condense that down to one solid question or one solid sentence. And it's going to you can completely customize it to your brand. So if you're a professional brand, kind of like we are, then it's going to come across more professional, but still engaging. If you want to be funny, like if you're a dog e-commerce store, you could add, little gifts here and there and say, bark twice if you want this discount. And you can make it more fun and engaging where it's quicker interactions back and forth. And that's what kind of ropes people in and it makes it more engaging. That's why we're seeing the statistics are just kind of mind-boggling. Like Christa was saying, 90% open rates, which emails are like 20 to 30%. The conversion rates are higher because they're able to stay in a pipeline for longer rather than just go to your spam inbox or go to, right now with Gmail, if you don't if you're consistently deleting emails, they actually Gmail automatically puts your email into spam or into the promotional box. You don't even know if it's getting to them. So here you can actually see live what people are doing in your messenger, where they're getting tagged, where they're going, how many, if there's 3 options for them to click on, which one is the one that they're clicking on the most. So you can visually see what's going on as well. But the engagement and the copy is much more shorter and concise, and it sounds more like a back and forth, a real conversation, even though it's a bot and it's a digital person. So
sure.
Yeah, we have to think about that. Sometimes I'll start typing something out and realize that a whole paragraph going on, and I'm like, oh, I have to condense this back down, and I have to think think about our messenger conversation, interview set up and everything, or with friends you have, prospects you have through text or messenger. How do you to them? And I have to kind of sit out, like, it's more of a sentence, and I think we have to get out the whole, like, what they look like. Then we just collaborate with our clients, our potential clients, and just kind of sit and figure out. We do have some templates, so that kind of like learn with thing. If you niche down and pick certain things you already good at, keep a template, and then you can kind of move forward from it. If it's in new client, brand new industry, we have kind of there and figure out, because it's not the same, like she said, as the email. We're kind of telling them one whole in the email, or sitting out one whole concept, read through it, and move on from there, just or whatever. It's down to where it's like, hey, Andrew, how's your day today? Good or bad? You hit the button. Awesome. So happy you're here to learn more about X thing. Yes, or use those options, and by using and playing along with it, it feels like we're having a conversation, and that's where it kind of brings that trust, into the picture. Because me sending you a email, just word page, you're like, well, that's cool, but if I email this and it's not going anywhere. The other beauty too of the messenger bot and the messenger bot forms, any business owner who's set up, you can watch live whenever someone comes into my messenger bot, starts filling out a form to learn about my business. I can see the notifications, right? Phone, real time. I can, Joe Schmo just clicked on, I want free strategy. Oh, Joe Schmo is now filling out, the name of his business, the cost per lead, my qualifications. So as a business owner too, it's because you can actually see what's happening, and you can jump in if that person, there's some glitch with the bot times and things where someone can hit, turn where they're supposed to hit a button, it can kind of freeze it, which is just new platform and new that's coming out. But you can then see, oh, man, they just got stopped there, or they just said, I want to talk to a live person. Go in there and start talking, get them redirect back, or hop on whatever you need to do. You can't do that with email messages. So I think email marketing,
Right.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that's the key there, right? Is that you do get that personal, real-time touch with them. So the question becomes then, like, what is that sales cycle? So you get those people from a Facebook ad into a sales sort of funnel. Do the one pager kind of like give you this kind of stuff, or say you're an e-commerce company, right? And you want to drive them into a sale, right? Like, what is that motivation to get them to buy right away? I mean, you see if it's a t-shirt, or if it's a vacuum cleaner or something like that. I mean, do you drive them from a Facebook ad to hop into Messenger, to then sort of like say, oh, are you looking, what kind of work are you cleaning? Are you doing, outside work, inside work, and then filter them down to a buy option with that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's certainly one strategy. We just saw a coffee shop where this is kind of nuts. So they ran an ad, and they, they were in a smaller town, but they ended up running an ad where they said, basically, hey, coffee lovers, are you interested in free coffee for a year? Okay, and you have to share this and comment below. And when you comment, the messenger, you can set it up so that the messenger knows that anytime someone comments a specific word or any words, it automatically sends them a message, which is great. You're getting them right into your messenger. Right. And because they shared it, I mean, it just caught fire. So you can take that same concept. I mean, and the results were insane. I mean, a lot of people were coming into their coffee shop saying, hey, like, you're everywhere. Like, what are you guys doing? So same concept applies to e-commerce. Yeah, it's not the typical like it's weird. It's not the same thing like a ClickFunnels because it's a very static step-by-step process. And yes, you can upsell and downsell, but when
Right.
you run an e-commerce platform and you have a dog store or something like that, say, just as an example, you can run the ads, but you want to make it enticing. You don't want to just show a product. You have to do a lot of split testing to see what products work. Page engagements are a great way to do that. Getting a lot of likes and comments to see which one's the most popular, but running, hey, buy one, get one frees, even for local brick and mortar businesses,
Right.
buy one, get one free coffee for a year, whatever the offer may be, it's getting them in, but then it's also exposing those people to other social media platforms that you're on. They can start engaging.
Right.
It's because it's like your website broken down into a messenger, really. You can find everything you want to know about a business in a
Sure.
messenger in a quicker, faster way, which is exactly where our world is kind of moving. And we want faster, quicker information. We want it immediately, and that's what's so great. You don't have to wake up in the middle of the night to go, oh my God, I got to fulfill an order. Oh my God, I got to answer this person if I'm a realtor. If not, they're going to go to my competitor. So the immediacy is
Right.
what's great. And yeah, so that's pretty much as far as an e-commerce platform goes. Yeah, you
Yeah,
just offer
and I
things.
agree. I think, yeah, and I think what's really interesting that people don't understand is that the brick and mortar businesses, so restaurants, whatever, quick serve, food trucks, even the businesses that have, like you're talking about, the pet store that have things,
Yeah,
they can displace the Amazons of the world with the Facebook Messenger bots just because you can advertise in a local area. People are looking for dog food or they're looking for that bag and they're going to have to wait a day, or you can throw a coupon code, but then you get them in and then it's
yeah.
like once they're in, you can have them buy it instantly right there and then they can come pick up or you can deliver it to them, right? So you get that like true, like, oh, I didn't even know they were in my town,
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like
Like if you're,
which is,
yeah,
back
yeah.
to the
And then,
sales
and
process
then what's
of it.
interesting then is then it's the, go ahead. I'm sorry, Krista.
We're kind of a bit, but yeah, the sales process of it for anybody who doesn't know already, you can say they have a hot audience. Uh, they've already, know your brand. They're already ready to buy things. You can have the bot set up to kind of fun down and look at the product right there in the messenger bot. They can even click to purchase and be right there in the messenger. So don't have to go to X sources. They don't have to go to the web and want to. And this is something I was just thinking, like local restaurants too, because we're talking about running ads. You don't have to always run ads because with the messenger bot platform, they scan the QR codes and local restaurant, or some business even just had a sticker of their QR code up on or front desk something. Someone could come up and just scan it instantly to the messenger bot, and then they send out
Right.
more offers. Here's our menu, to look for, whatever. So you don't have to just run the traffic to it. And anybody can come from a Facebook page, get the QR code, can the links. I've got one messenger actually attached to Alpha Market website. So whenever you use a website, instead of little, chat down below and it stays there within my website, that and get right into my message bot and learn and engage more with you.
Right.
Yeah, there was a couple different questions in that little snippet. There's
No.
like we can talk about this phrase.
yeah,
Yeah. No, no, I hear you because that's what so at Jumper, right, we have that ability with that QR code. So, with our platform, right, we're more on the one to many, right? So you can use ManyChat or ChatFuel or whatever. You build that sequence,
Right.
you get them in, but then when you want to do that conversion aspect of adding products to sell right then, or doing restaurants where they see the QR code and scan it, that's kind of where we take over and doing that. And we've seen great success in that because, there is a ton of business that can be done locally. And I think a lot of local businesses don't realize that they can compete with bigger players out there, but they just don't understand. They're just not attuned to like what marketing is really, I think. Is that
Yeah.
what you guys are seeing?
Yeah, I mean, a great example of this is like, let's just take, for instance, a realtor. So you know how you can walk, if you're walking through your neighborhood and you see the next house for sale, and you know how they put those flyers in the
Right.
side? You have no way of tracking those people. Literally, they grab it and you're
Right.
like, hope they call. It's like a walking billboard, basically. And so what I'm actually having my friend do, I'm in the Bay Area. Our house prices are exploding like crazy, but
Right.
I'm telling her, I'm like, hey, you need to put your QR code from your Facebook page on those flyers. Have people scan it, they're immediately a subscriber. They're immediately in your pipeline, because if they don't buy a house today,
Right.
you can ask them, hey, do you want the house details on this? Yes. They're going to click, which
Right.
actually adheres to the Facebook ad policies of creating promotional material within your messenger. Boom, there's a subscriber. Hey, here it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. You know, and you can keep that engaging. And then it's got this, this, and this. Want to see the backyard pictures? Yes, show me. And then it
Right.
gets them in, right? It's like, okay, by the way, you know, thanks for checking out our
Right.
house. My name's Cassie. I'm the realtor selling this. Hey, are you looking to buy a house this month? No. Okay, well, when are you looking to buy? 0 to 3 months? Now? Six
Right.
6 months a year? Okay, great. Well, I'll just give you promotion. Well, I'll just give you material for now to help you in your journey to buying a house. Do you want to learn more about how to get a mortgage? You want to learn about, you know, how your student loan debt affects you? So it's insane. And you can do that for an ice cream shop. You could do that for products in your store. You can have the QR codes and say open for a special discount, and people will scan it. Boom, you've got people in your pipeline, and you didn't have to do anything. You didn't have to run any kind of Facebook ad. So crazy what you can do.
Right. 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 And then that follow up is really key.
Yes. Yeah, 100%. And that's what's great about it is you can do either the manual broadcast. So if you, I'm just trying to think of an example. Christa came up with one the other day. Let's say you're in a smaller town and your local high school football team is like the most popular thing around. Well, as soon as they get out, broadcast a message to all the people in your messenger. Say, hey, come on in for a free ice cream. Buy one, get one free. You know, bring your mom, bring your friend. Okay. You know,
Right.
same thing with after even like I'm a big San Jose Sharks fan. So if you're near there, broadcast something out. Hey guys, the Sharks just won. Come on in
Right.
for a teal beer. You know, do something, because if it's free to send a broadcast. It's free to send that stuff. You know, take advantage and ask
Right.
people to share. So
people are already with their email marketing, you know, you get like have a sequence of emails and then decide I just want to send one out. It's a whole, you know, but who's checking that? What, like 20? If you send it to 100 people, only 20 of them open compared to 190 of them open. Which one would you rather have?
Right. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. And I think that's the key. I mean, and then it's just, but so a business owner comes, they want engagement, then do you write the follow-ups for them? I mean, because the messaging and everything like that, because they're really usually not good marketers after that. So like,
Right.
how do you walk them through telling them,
Right.
telling them what they need, you know?
Sure. No, it's a really good question. And that's why, like, especially the one thing we realize is like you can create this for them and hand it over, but they probably won't do much with them. And that's not their fault. They are so busy and so concerned about running and they should be completely focused on their business. So we offer that as a service to do the broadcasts, to do the promotional stuff. But we also give them free strategies. It's like, hey, here's a 15-minute strategy to create 2 months worth of free content that is extremely valuable. So I keep using the realtor, but you know, the 3 things that, or like, let's just say a personal trainer, you know, the 3 things that somebody would need to go from unhealthy, to happy and healthy, right? Would be diet, exercise, and tools and tips. Well, you could probably automatically think of about 20 different topics under one of those themes. And, you know, it's easy. So once you kind of get down that road, We encourage business owners because video will be 82% of all social media in the next 2 years, less than 2 years now. 2020, that's what they're predicting. 82% of all content will be video. But if you're a business owner watching this right now, if you're a personal trainer, can you think of a diet topic to come up with? Yes. Okay, talk about the protein powders for women. What's the best one? Which one do you use? Show it off for 3 minutes during the morning. Talk about it, and then you could plug that into your messenger. You could broadcast that on your Facebook page. There's a lot of different ways you can go.
Yeah, that's on the personal trainer side. I mean, there's or any of these types of things that are local businesses. There is such an opportunity because they are the greatest content creators. They just don't know it, right?
Yeah.
And so they can sell anybody because they are passionate about that, and making it a simple, easy to passion thing where they can just say, hey, in my post, just go and comment hashtag, whatever burn juice, and then like with Jumper, that would pop up the chatbot to be able to buy, or they could click or whatever. So I mean, that kind of stuff I think is really where local merchants need to think about things, because it's a really, I mean, they don't realize how much power they have, being local, but they just don't know how to, because I was talking with another company that does medical supplies, and these people wanted to get either wheelchairs or sleep apnea masks or things like that. And he was saying that they were getting a ton of people, they don't want to pick up the phone anymore. They want to Facebook, they want a message, right? And so that becomes like their instant access because it's 24/7. So he's been getting really a lot of business through that way, but it's amazing. But people are messaging him at 1:00 in the morning, right? So that's where the setting up the automation aspect has to come into play.
Yeah, 100%.
I just, like I said, any ad comes through feed, I look at, click, check out. I want to see what's going on, and I have a couple recently that are messenger ads, and I click it, and it's right to the messenger platform has 3 options. Would you like to learn yes or no or something? And when I clicked, nothing happened, and I realized when I was talking, we realized like they didn't have a bot sent to their straight up messenger, and or it's easier for them to respond. And so I I'm like, hey, a messenger bot, this is kind of what I do for people, but it took 2 or 3 days some kind of response from somebody, and from their point of view, or real potential client, that's too, they say that your drop off, it drops off after about 5 minutes of you respond. If somebody comes through as you don't make that phone call or you don't respond back to you, after about 5 minutes, it's going to take, a lot of, if you haven't lost them already. So that the messenger platform, it's instant. And if you're sleeping on at 2 a.m., it's in that person's like, oh man, it's responding. They care about it. Yeah, I want to work with them. Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think it's a really exciting thing, and I think that having agencies like you that reaching out to these clients is important. I think, like we were talking before, one of the biggest issues is that you build it for them, but then they think people are going to come. So it's a really educational piece that I think also when they build these messenger type bots and these sales bot type things, they need to train their people within their store, or the merchants of the chain, the employees to tell people to sign up for their Facebook, to join Messenger or to click this or make it something. I mean, how do you get merchants to what training or what do you tell them to get people to engage with their Facebook, with their bot, so that they can actually harness the power of what Facebook Messenger can actually offer them?
Yeah, well, the first thing is really getting that first win under their belt. I mean, that's kind of for anybody anywhere. And to show them that it actually works. And once they get a taste, it's like, okay, like let's roll. But like I was saying just a little bit ago, was like, as much as we're we love what we do and we love helping these business owners, there's still a little bit of weight that they got to carry. And that comes with, doing your a little bit of marketing, which you could do for free on Facebook Live, like just like we're doing today. Do 5 minutes a morning to, if you're a restaurant,
Right.
go behind the scenes, show how you make your most popular dish, right? Get people to continue to engage with your messenger. Unfortunately, we can't be the mask of business owners. You are the face of your company, and the owner is important. The salespeople are important as well. Yeah, I mean, we encourage them to take it upon themselves to,
Right.
when they're in the store, to place those QR codes in strategic spots. So on the restaurant tables, like scan me and have the little directions like download the Messenger app if you don't have it. Go here, and then scan it for your discount. So there's some like
Right.
techie strategies behind it, but still it's not something that's going to drain you of your energy or your time to do your
Right.
promotional content, or just to encourage your staff to say, hey, plant this in front of the register, put the QR codes on
Right.
products. We're seeing some stores do
Right.
that, where they put the QR codes on the actual products, and they can virtually shop and then just walk up to the register and boom, they can start paying for stuff, which is
Yeah.
it's pretty cool. So yeah.
This is something too that I learned kind of the
Yeah, I know. I think that's a big
Facebook
trend.
marketing.
Obviously, Amazon is leader.
Yeah.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
This is something I just learned through my journey. I get marketing. I said in the very beginning, it was just me by mind to do this. Figure out. I was working with anybody. You're gonna throw 100%. I'm gonna do something for. You're gonna give me $500. I'm gonna figure something. I learned real quick that certain mindset as a business owner, my name is Brianna, but it's aspect
Yeah.
as a business owner that honestly, you come with, a realtor and you're selling multi-million homes, but $100 for marketing or advertising, we're gonna have to talk a little bit, because your mind's not, and you don't budget, and if you don't have the open end, because I just go to somebody, I'm going to sell you a ad, I'm going to sell you a messenger, sit and actually take a look at entire business. I'll go look at their website, I'll look at their Instagram, look at their Facebook, their LinkedIn, look at their different aspects, and build it up. Hey, you are a store, and you have salespeople in this store. We need to talk about what successes are. I don't just to be somebody, just as a, what's the word, level non-just I'm going to sell you a messenger bot. Go figure to do that kind of sets us apart a little bit, is that I'm going to get a little gritty, and say you need to make some live videos. You need to talk to sales. You need to do this with your phone. And if you're not willing to do those things, we're probably not going to be a fit to work. So I usually right off the just tell people, got to be open-minded, got to be, have the budget to work with us. And it's not because I want a lot of money off of you. It's because I want to make the money. But if you're not willing to put the effort and energy into the things for you, it's not going to make anything. I can make a messenger send you an ad, and if you don't turn the lights today and you come and show up, you're not going to make anything. So, we've got that relationship with our client,
Sure.
current customers.
For sure.
So yeah,
that's awesome. Yeah. What's that? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
To do their job right, because a lot of people think they can start a business. A friend right now, I'm actually building his business and brand concept and literally everything for him, and I'm like, there's gonna have to be some you actually do, unless you want me to out literally. But we're gonna have to, there's something you're gonna have to do in this, because I can run you if you don't, fulfill the job or something. You're not gonna. So for any business owner, there's gonna be customer service as the thing. You're still gonna have to fulfill the work. And if you've got this messenger bot or ad or something running, there's a little bit of the back follow up that you still have to do. So definitely, if you said full service, I don't think that means I'll run Google ads and take care of your marketing, but full service. If you have issues with your sales, I can can get you assistance. If you have issues with your, follow-up process, we correct as well. So.
Right. Yeah. No, I hear you. For the question here, I'm just looking at what they were saying. I'm just reading this one question that they wrote. Support. Represent. I'm not sure exactly what they're. I think they were saying that, and he's really new to this and is learning, and he's supposed to is it supposed to represent a human or a representative as just a smart bot? I guess it's like, do you want to make it like it's I guess a fake person or like somewhat of a real person? I'm not sure. I guess that's kind of what this
specifically
question
want.
was.
For example, one of the bots I have for one of my pages, like bot says when you come into it, this visited, share more and get to know and connect you with the human. But I've got other bots. We've created a bot earlier last week for a page of ours that is kind of geared to speak and act and talk like a human, but kind of is all you want for you. It's really like we can live anything for a business owner, and if you come and you have a wild idea that just sounds like it's not going to work, well, I'll tell you, kind of check that. But it depends on what you think your audience will be. For example, something I'll tell here, but say that you have a tech company and it's a robot company. You probably want your bot to look acting like a robot. But on the flip, if you are hair salon, maybe you want to kind of sound like your assistant and talk like it's the front desk lady, so that you're, next to your hair salon, feel like they're engaging with that desk person. It just kind of depends where your clientele or audience and you want to go with it.
Right. Yeah, no, I think you're right on that. I think it's really based on how you are with your customers and how you engage with your customers and what your, I guess, persona or your like is on that type of thing. I know we could talk forever on this because I'm really like, I think the local side of things and business is huge. I definitely want to have you guys come back and chat with us more. Yes, you have one other thing.
We haven't talked all about, and I'll keep foot about the difference in cost per lead for marketing, sending people to the sales funnel or website. And let's briefly talk on it, and then we can hop off here. But what we're noticing, like, for example, owner we were talking with, it went from $7 a lead to a messenger bot, and it went to 3 cents feed. And I'm talking like, right, that's just that alone. If you connect the messenger bot to your ad, cutting your cost per lead down mainly. So for a lot of small business owners are weary of running, they're scared of, I'm going to throw money into something and marketing doesn't work and it hasn't worked for me in the past and whatever. Probably haven't worked with somebody who knows what they're actually doing. Two, if you just connect with your bot, then to mainly drive costs, like speaking with a broker, and if she told me, she goes, I don't want Facebook ads, but I will put $500 for anybody that comes through and gets a mortgage. I'll give you $500 for that. I said, really? How many potential customers, how many clients you could get $500 of ads? Just ran it to a funnel, about $10 per. But if you ran it to a bot, you're getting it down to $1 per lead. You could get around 5 leads, which I should, if we figure out the right process, if we work with brokers, if we have the right process, no way that you're not going to get one customer out of the potential 500. So where would you like to put money? 500 one, put 500 into cost of 500, and however many potential clients can get out of that. And she, oh, wait a second, you can't. And that's something that our business owners to understand, that, yeah, you're competing against and all these big companies out there, but the same. It's 2018. Things are affordable. There's things going on right now. You can get the game and a small budget. As long as you work with people who are talking and what they're doing, you can make a lot of the game.
Right. Yeah. No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah. So if, like I said, I want to have you guys come back at a later time as well. But right now, if people want to get in contact with you and help them start building messenger bots for their business, for generating leads and for converting, local businesses into revenue, how do they find out about you? Where's the best way to reach out and contact you?
Go to our Facebook page, Alpha Marketers Group, and hit the message button and hop right into our message. You can email us at info@alphamarketersgroup.com, and you go to the site alphamarketersgroup.com. Our website and main business has been more high-end service, solar, law, luxury products, services. But anyway, that's where we're definitely down to work. We built a side bot business. At the same time, it's called Bots AF. And silly, and anybody can work with that out of the bot. Well, yeah, just go to our Facebook Alpha Marketers Group website, Alpha Market, or info@marketers.com to get a hold of us.
Okay, cool. And I'll put those in the show notes because I'm not sure if it's breaking up on my end as much as
It's breaking up.
We'll put links to that so people can find that. Yeah, we'll put it in there so they can find you and all this stuff.
To everybody out there, I see any on Facebook Live because the program that we're doing for everybody that's watching. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks guys for watching. And seriously, if you have any questions, we're happy to take the time, out to help you understand or really cater it to what your business is, because I'm not sure who all is on this call or what niche or industry that you're in. So please just ask questions. We always love to help. So
thank you for having us on here.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew, too.
No, thanks so much. Okay, we'll talk soon. Thanks so much. Bye.
Awesome.